Welcome to Medicare School Daily, where we help you understand Medicare, save money, avoid mistakes, and above all else, get the most out of your Medicare benefits. Now, today's topic is switching supplemental plans during the annual enrollment period. Many of you decided when you went on Medicare that you were going to be covered by original Medicare A and B with the supplemental plan to fill in the gaps. You have some kind of a letter plan, probably an F plan or a G plan or an N plan or something like that. And so annual enrollment period rolls around every year, and people have the question, well, do I have to do anything with my supplemental plan? Well, the answer to that is no. So let me walk through the process of the annual enrollment period as it relates to supplemental plans. Number one, if you are satisfied with your plan, nothing at all is required. And folks, the reason for that is because when you bought that supplemental plan, that F or G or N plan or whatever you have, it actually was written for life. You never have to do anything. As long as you pay your premium, that plan renews and renews every year. As a matter of fact, if you happen to move from one area to another, you get to take that plan with you, because supplemental companies can never cancel your supplemental plan other than non-payment of premium. So if you're satisfied with the plan, happy with everything, the premium and everything, then nothing at all is required. Keep it and keep it for life. All right. But let's suppose that you do want to switch your supplemental plan for whatever reason. Maybe you would like to switch from an F to a G, or maybe a G to an N, or maybe you're on a plan that has really increased greatly. So you want to switch the plan. You can actually switch a supplemental plan anytime. In other words, the annual enrollment period of October 15th to December 7th really has nothing at all to do with switching supplemental plans. You can switch it anytime you want, so any month of the year. But notice one of the big differences this on supplemental plans is anytime you're going to switch, underwriting will be required. Because when you first started your Medicare, you actually have what we call an open enrollment period for a Medigap policy. And that open enrollment period is actually for 6 months of when you started your Medicare Part B. And so during those 6 months, there was no underwriting required. But after 6 months of your B date, anytime you're going to get off one supplemental plan to another one, the underwriting is going to be required. That means we're going to ask you 25 health questions, check your medications to see what you're being treated for, and maybe get a statement from your doctor. So anytime we switch after that 6 month of starting our Medicare B date, then we're going to have to go through underwriting. Okay, an underwriter is going to have to approve you. Now, there is a couple of exceptions in about 7 states in the country, and so we do business all over the country. So I want to clarify. There are some states that have what is called the anniversary rule. Some states call this the birthday rule. And what that means is this. At the anniversary of your policy or at your birth month, and let's just say it's July to keep it simple. Let's say my policy anniversary is July. 30 days before, 30 days after, during this particular period of time, if your state allows this, and again, just a few states do it, you can actually switch your supplemental plan with no underwriting. If it's the birthday rule, it's tied to your birthday. So let's say my birthday is in July, same thing. 30 days before, 30 days after, I can switch my supplemental plan, no underwriting required. Again, a handful of states do that, but all the rest, everything is tied to 6 months of your original Medicare B date. So if you're in a state that requires underwriting, then the underwriter is going to have to approve you to be able to make that particular switch. Then the other option would be switching to an Advantage plan. So you've been on a supplemental plan and you would like to try an Advantage plan, and you can do so. October 15th to December 7th, though, would be the only dates that you can actually move from supplemental to Advantage. You can't do it any other time of the year. Now, if you do it during this particular period of time, that policy is actually going to go into effect January 1. So you would keep your supplemental plan all the way to the end of the year. It's just that we have to make that decision during this 7-week period for an effective date of January 1. And the only reason you couldn't make that switch from supplemental to Advantage would be if you have end-stage renal disease, which is permanent kidney failure, because no one can switch or go to an Advantage plan that has permanent kidney failure. And frankly, folks, if you had permanent kidney failure, you would not want to be on an Advantage plan because they all have max out-of-pockets. And if you have kidney failure because of dialysis or other things going on, you will max out every single year. You would want to stay on your supplemental plan anyways. But as long as we don't have end-stage renal, we can always make that switch. These are the dates, and that's when it would go effective. And let's suppose you make that switch, and then down the road you decided you would like to switch back. Well, sometimes you actually can switch back with no underwriting required. That is only the first year of being on an Advantage plan. The first year is typically a trial period. I said typically, not always, but typically we have a trial period. You can try the Advantage Plan for 1 year. And if I want to switch back during that year, no underwriting required. But if I want to switch back after that year, folks, notice underwriting is going to be required. Many people think that when open enrollment rolls around, they can just switch and do whatever they want. And that's just not true. There are always rules for switching plans. And so if I want to switch from Advantage back to Supplemental Plan, then underwriting will be required. Again, we're going to ask you 25 health questions, check your medications, and maybe get a statement from your doctor. All right, so those are the processes that you would have to follow if you would need to switch a supplemental plan during the open enrollment period. To learn more, watch the related video or check out our most recent video. Also, be sure you click to subscribe for free and get notified every time we post a new video. To watch our complete Medicare workshop, go to MedicareSchool.com. And finally, when you're ready to compare all your insurance options and get free enrollment help from one of our Medicare School guides, call the number on the screen. See you next time.